CCU.
Welcome to Brighton High School. We got a special Wednesday edition of Game Night Live tonight, and this one is going to be special. It's a Region 6 championship game. The Brighton Bengals welcome the West Panthers to their beautiful stadium, one of the best settings in high school football here in the state of Utah. Jeremiah Jensen, Stevenson, Sylvester with you. Let's start with the West Panthers, who took their lumps in their non-region schedule. They scheduled really tough, but since they went to region play, they've really dominated. And you look at that offense, Sly, and it's pretty dynamic.
I mean, I don't care. You look at the stat sheets, it says 5,600 yards of total offense. I don't care who you are. That is impressive. You're going to see a lot of offense tonight. The way they run the football, they have a sophomore at quarterback that just gets it done. He has over 3,000 yards passing, 600 yards rushing. He is dynamic. Camden Lapati, we're going to say his name over and over and over tonight. But this offense is big, they're fast, they're dynamic, they spread, they throw the ball, they run the ball, they do everything. It's going to be awesome watching them tonight.
On the other side of the ball, the Brighton Bengals, only one loss this season. They've had a great year, ranked in the top 10 all season long, and they come here tonight with a chance to win at least a share of a region title. You look at them, and they want to play physical. They're really tough on the trenches, and they're led by Mason Hartel, their running back, who's a 1,000-yard rusher this year.
Yeah, Mason Hartel is a hard-nosed rusher, but they're led by Casey Sotera. You know, he's my teammate at the University of Utah, so I think he's going to take a little bit of what he learned there at the University of Utah, implement it here. He's been in the coaching ranks for at least the last 10 to 15 years that I know of, working his way up and getting here. Brighton is 8-1, a dynamic team, and both of these teams are definitely state championship contenders, so I'm excited to see some great football tonight. You get a dynamic offense in West, and you get some hard-nosed football and defense from Brighton High School. So this is going to be a top matchup. You guys are going to be tuned in for a good one.
You mentioned Casey Sotera, third season here at Brighton, 25 wins, just 7 losses. We have the coin toss. Very breezy, as you know. The cold front's coming in here. Weather is changing tonight. So we're dealing with a lot of wind that could impact things.
Is Utah finally starting to kick in here, this weather?
We have been spoiled rotten with 80 degrees, 75 degrees in the month of October. Folks, it's over. Fall is here, and the Brighton Bengals take the field here on senior night in this Region 6 championship game.
So used to wearing shorts to these games. This is my first game this year wearing pants, man.
That was a good choice.
Yes, as you can see, the rain is coming down. It's a bit windy. You're going to get all kinds of things tonight. So expect the kicking game to be interesting. Expect some muff punts, some drop balls here and there. This is where real football comes in. You know, the catch is where it's all hands, where you have to make sure you catch it with your hands. Catching it with your body is not going to be helpful tonight. Even very technical on special teams, on defense. You got to get it right. This is championship atmosphere, folks. So I can't wait to see exactly. This high-powered offense goes on the field first. West decided to receive, and so we get to see them. But I'm very interested in when you have weather games like this, what does the coach want to do? What is the game plan and things like this? So this is just going to be an interesting football game.
On the West side, their head coach is Olasa'a Solovi. In 6 years at West, 41 wins, 22 losses. He's turned this program around and turned it into a winner. And this year, they believe, is their year that they can contend for a 5A state championship. We have 2 5A state championship contenders on the field tonight. This is going to be fun. The stands are packed, and we're ready for some football. It's time to kick things off here on Game Night Live. West will receive, Brighton will kick. Here we go. They'll let that go through the end zone for a touchback, and West, we get to see this offense and the sophomore quarterback, Camden Lapati. You mentioned his numbers in the open, Sly. It's almost like a video game watching him play the game. He had a 2-point conversion last week. It was one of the plays of the year. He is really tough to bring down. Big, strong sophomore kid. You don't see kids at that age this big and this strong.
Yeah, you see a guy throwing for 3,000 yards, rushing for over 600 yards. You could tell the ball is in his hands a lot, let alone just being a quarterback. He commands a lot of attention. He is 6'4", 220 pounds as a sophomore, and very dynamic.
First play is a run. About 3 or 4 yards picked up there. Keep
Good
an eye on
first
number
play.
32 tonight, Lote Satele. He had 200 yards and 3 touchdowns last week in a win against East. They got a lot of weapons. We'll see them all. We'll try to keep track of them on all tonight. They're going to go back to the run again, and in this weather, you can understand it, but not much there. That Brighton front is stacked. They are really good in the trenches. Coach Satera's done a great job of making certain of that. They're well coached on that side of the ball. You can see that they got some big, strong kids up front and guys that have a lot of varsity experience.
Yeah, as we said, like coming into this, the game plan is what I'm interested in. And this first drive is kind of like, let me do a litmus test of what I'm going to get. Oh, great read.
They break
right
one here. Satele in the open field, past midfield. So after a couple of short runs, Satele breaks one near midfield, past midfield, and West is into Brighton territory. Lote Satele off to a great start tonight.
No huddle offense right here. This always puts the defense at a very precarious situation and having to control and run it. As I said, technique is going to be of utmost importance, and a way to get a defense out of sync is run this up-tempo, no huddle offense.
So right now they're riding with Satele. He's carried on every single play on this drive. I'm sure weather is going to factor into the play calling tonight. Windy, we've got a little bit of rain. Something none of us are used to all season long. It's crazy. Weather has not really been a factor this season outside of the heat. We haven't had any crazy Friday nights with a lot of rain or otherwise. Again, Satele wrapped up though. Nice job by that Brighton front. Number 90, Caleb Miller. One of those veteran defensive lineman. 6'1", 280-pound senior. Was there to lead the charge. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Satele did pick up a couple.
Yeah, this is a traditional nickel defense, 4-3 front, 4-2 front. You got the linebackers out in space. Looks like they're going to run cover 2 right here. 2 deep safeties.
And West is going to have to call timeout. They were having some confusion on what the sideline wanted them to do. Big play here for Brighton. After the big run by Satele, if they can get them off the field here, keep them from scoring points.
Yeah, Satele
looks for the momentum.
He looks like a big boy too. You know, he's not no small running back.
There's not any small guys on this West team.
No, as you said in the pregame, this is a big offense. They get it done. They run downhill. See this up-tempo. This is why you get 5,600 yards in a season. Up-tempo offense, you have a meaning to score on every drive. Whether that's wear you down with the run, and then throw over the top with the dynamic receivers that you have, and you got a strong running back running game right here. They just mix everything up. We haven't even said Lopati's name. He hasn't been able to keep one of those read runs yet. They're trying to get Satele established and then let Camden come in.
Louis Hamilton in at running back. Camden's going to pass.
Screen.
Rush comes in. He avoids it. Now you see what he can do with his legs. I don't think he got to the sticks, but he's close. Just short.
Yeah, this is go for it area right here. With the crazy wind that's out there right now, I do not risk a punt when you're 4th and 1 and you have an offense like that. I would put Satele back in and run your read again, but going no huddle right here. Let's see what they try to do. They got the RPOs.
4th and 1 from the 39. Hamilton, he's got it, and he's got a little bit more than that. Is it loose? The ball's loose. Brighton has it. Hamilton fumbles, and there's Caleb Miller.
Wow.
Caleb Miller with the recovery. Tyree Pearson was in there as well. Let's see who forced it. If we have a replay, that was great. They Panthers had the first down, and then all of a sudden you saw a scrum out there, and the ball was loose. It's a turnover, and Brighton takes over.
Yeah, play to the whistle. It's a great job right there by Brighton. Stripping it, creating opportunity for your offense. Tunnel screen. Nice 6-yard pickup.
We're going to see the senior Alex DeGroot at quarterback tonight.
It's another no-huddle offense right here. Getting in, calling the play at the line of scrimmage, getting everybody set, taking advantage. You know, it's a stretch getting your big guys in and out of the huddle, man. This is saving their breath right here. Stay at the line of scrimmage, limit your movement.
There's Hartel, the 1,000-yard rusher. Gets a few on second down. It's a 3-yard gain. Set up a 3rd and 2. From the 42. Give us to Hartel, and he's close. I think he's a little short. We'll see the official placement of the ball. Now they've got a decision to make. This is going to be 4th and short. I think we're going to see a lot. Oh, no, they're going to punt. They bring the offense off the field, and they're going to bring on the special teams unit and kick away.
I mean, I like this. Your defense is doing an all right job. You know, they got some progress on there, but created turnovers. You play the field position game here. You punt this, you punt it low and hard, and get it down inside the 10-yard line.
Chachi Pan is back.
It's a nice punt.
He's got time to run. He starts at his own 12. Chachi Pan cuts it up. Out to the 30. Excellent return of 18 yards by Chachi Pan. That's where the Panthers will start their second offensive possession.
I mean, that's a good punt. It's just coverage team wasn't running.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you guys walking out there? They got to run down there and force this guy to go side to side. He shouldn't have got 18 yards there, but the guys weren't running down there and sticking on blocks. They got to get off blocks and get down there if they're going to play this field position game. As I said, I thought that was a pretty good punt. You just got to get everybody down there and make that happen. Either way, this is pretty much where they started the drive last time. They just got to get it going.
Another run. Back to Satele. He gained 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 35. Same formation. Brighton jump, but no call. Hand it off again to Satele. Past the 40. It's a first down for the Panthers. They move the chains.
Great run, tough run. You stay on the O-lineman's back right there and just fall forward. That was a good 9-yard pickup right there for the first down. And as I said, this is a no-huddle. You're going to see a lot. I love this no-huddle. It's up-tempo. We're going to get a lot of football to call tonight. RPO.
Satele again. Look at that offensive line moving bodies. Doing a great job.
All you do. You just lean on those big bodies, and it's kind of like a wedge. It's almost like a mini tush-push type of deal in the middle of the field. But you just wedge those guards and centers in there, and then you just have your big back just lay on there, and everybody just push forward almost like a rugby scrum right in the middle of that offensive line. Look at that. This wedge. Great coming off the edge right there. But number 92, Jackson Nettleton. Great job screaming off the edge right there and putting pressure on the running back. But now it's 3rd and 5, still 3rd and manageable. They take their time at the line of scrimmage, make sure they understand what they're going to get from that defense.
And I figure, Sly, that this is 2-down territory. This could set up a 4th down. That could be the philosophy here in their play calling.
It's still 0-0. I'd play field position. So let's see how much they get here. Oh,
Lapati's in trouble. He escapes. Not for long, though. He eventually goes down. The sack by Beau LaFleur.
That's a hockey name.
That sounds like a hockey name.
The way he came off that edge is like a hockey enforcer.
From Quebec.
He definitely wanted to make something happen there.
Well, they're definitely not going to go for it now. 4th and 10 after the sack. So LaFleur ends that drive. And now instead of catching a punt, Chachi Pan will send one into the air.
Noma loves Chachi.
I guess his maybe his parents or grandparents really loved Happy Days. I don't know. I mean, they couldn't have loved Joni Loves Chachi, right? That was a terrible TV show.
Hey, everybody has what they like, even specifics.
No offense.
Nobody likes my favorite movie, but you know, it's all good. It's all good.
I love your movies. You know I do. Here we go. Man in motion. Pan sends it into the air.
Low
Catch
kick.
That.
Go get it. You got to go get that.
Nope, they're going to call poison.
The ball was supposed to go. It was supposed to be a punt right.
Easton Gustafson was back to return it, but he backed off and let it roll.
As a returner, you have to know that that was supposed to be a designed punt right. The motion came over here to the right to kick it down to the right. All of their coverage was over here. He picks that up. He can get at least 15 yards. He didn't even have to catch it cleanly. He catches it off the bounce. All the coverage was all the way over here. That's why it's like, you got to catch that. But he let it roll, and that turned out to be a great punt because he let it roll. He's got to be aggressive and go get that ball. But when he's seen that motion before the snap, he's got to be like, they're trying to cover over there, and if the ball goes the other way, they're at a loss.
Brighton starts at their own 17. DeGroot connects.
Nice.
Nice gain on first down.
Nice quick play right there. Anytime you can get a nice chunk on first down, that opens the rest of the things up for the next two downs, second and third down. You can run it, you can pass it, you can play action, you can take a shot, whatever you want to do.
That was Stores on the catch. Sam Stores, number 14.
You're getting one-on-one
Senior.
up top over there.
Hartel wrapped up quickly. West swallows him up.
Let's see here. You're getting high 7- and 8-man boxes here. I think West's game plan is is make sure Hartel doesn't get loose. With 1,000 yards on the season, you want to make sure that that part of the offense is taken care of.
DeGroot will pass. Out in the flat, Stores again. He's short of the 30. Nope, he got to the 30. That's enough for a first down. Sam Stores with the first down. Got just enough to move the chains. First down and 10 from the 30. Trying to get Hartel going. He's had a great season. Ooh, a little extra there. No flags.
No, that's
all
clean.
Good. Just clean football, I guess.
That was clean to me.
Brighton fans are like, hey now. Hey, that's just football. Just kids being physical. No harm, no foul.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, these Brighton offensive linemen are blocking to the whistle. And so the West guy was like, I'm done. And then he kept blocking, so he's like throwing me off of him. That was clean football. It was both guys.
Looked like a wrestling match out there, not a football game. Here we go. Ooh. West gets into the backfield quick.
Beautiful.
Well, you're right, Sly. They are really forcing Brighton to go anywhere but Mason Hartel tonight.
Well, I mean, honestly, Brighton's got to realize that, right? I know, and this is where pride goes before destruction here, right? Like, you have to understand what your team is getting. You're getting one-on-ones on the outside. I would be, as a quarterback, watching number 33, the safety. Which side does he shade to? And I'd throw the fade route the other way.
DeGroot was looking that way. Now he escapes the pocket. He's running. Escapes another tackle.
Takes a big hit.
takes a shot at the 36-yard line.
Got to punt this football.
Not enough for the first down. So Brighton will punt.
You know what? This year, we've had so many games where in the first quarter, each team has had one possession. Both of these teams both had 2 possessions here in this first half. We still got 2 minutes to go. This is high-paced offense. No score yet, but it'll come for sure.
Brighton will punt.
Nice punt. Coverage has got to run.
Bell.
Keep running. There you go.
Brighton downs it at the 30. So that's where West will start their 3rd drive of the first quarter.
Sounds like they've started at the 30-yard line each time. I guess that's good for Brighton. You haven't given up a score. And they're starting at the same spot.
Yeah, they forced the turnover on the first drive and then got the stop. Got a sack on the second drive to end that drive. So the Brighton defense is bent a little bit, but they have not broken. Given up a couple big plays, but it hasn't hurt them on the scoreboard.
Man, they got a big D-line front up there,
They
man.
do.
Led by Caleb Miller, that guy. 280 pounds, 6'2".
Brighton is strong in the trenches, as is West. Lopati to pass. Out in the flat. His check down is open. Louis Hamilton breaks a tackle, tries to spin the other way, still going. Gets another yard or 2 before he's tackled at the 38-yard line.
How about that? That's a nice chunk on first down. 8 yards. Open up the playbook. I'm telling you, you get a big chunk on first down, you can open up the playbook here. You want to take a shot downtown or you want to run the football, you can do either. You get this defense all loose. Open up the playbook and see what West decides to do. I believe this is going to be another wedge run right here. Let's see.
Back to the run game. Satele, first down.
Yeah.
Boy, if you love trench play, this is a great high school football game to watch because both of these teams are really strong on the line of scrimmage.
And normally when you get that, when you get big up front, front sevens, you see a lot of not a lot of plays. Like this is up-tempo offenses. You don't see up-tempo offenses with these type of front sevens. But here, these guys run the football. They throw the football.
Lopati will keep. Gets 2 or 3 yards before he's taken down. They actually give him almost 5.
4. Yeah, that's a nice chunk.
He finished strong there. He's past, he's approaching midfield. He's at the 47 is where they'll mark it.
2nd down and 6 on this drive. That was a good chunk on first down.
You'll take 4 yards per carry, won't you?
I will. You know, you get 3 downs of 4 yards. That's a first down every time.
That is the final play of the first quarter. No score so far, but this has been championship football through 12 minutes. Can't wait for the rest. We'll bring that to you next here on Game Night Live.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637.
Standing, walking, or running? Salt Lake Running Company offers free custom shoe fittings. With an assortment of functional footwear and inserts, we've got solutions to help you have your best workout, work day, or work escape. For over 25 years, SLRC's award-winning customer service has helped people find the perfect personalized fit that keeps them comfortably moving. Visit us at one of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com today.
Welcome back to Brighton High School. Brighton versus West for the Region 6 championship. No score through 1 quarter. We begin quarter number 2. Camden Lopati for West is the quarterback. He's in trouble. He gets rid of it. It's an incomplete pass. A heads-up play by Lopati to avoid the sack. No penalty. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. from the 47-yard line.
Yeah, this has been, as you said, Camden Lopati, just a sophomore, very dynamic on offense. But this D-line has done an amazing job of getting to him, stopping the run, stopping these first 3 drives for West.
Brighton showing blitz. Let's see if they back off or if they stick to that. On 3rd and 6, and now West has to take another timeout. You're okay with that in the first half?
First half, yes. First half, yes. Second half is I've always been like, we always had this Utah-BYU rivalry, and
I've never heard of it.
and like if we had to like change the jerseys or we had something like that, it would cost us a timeout.
Yeah.
Defensively, we're like, so we don't care. Offense guys, we need our timeouts. It's like it's only in the first half.
Right.
Who cares? So like first half timeouts, however you use them, get comfortable. Make sure you guys understand what's going on. Starting the game secure is very, very important. Second half, being strategic with the clock, with your timeouts is where that comes in. You know, there's no replay in high school, so you don't have to worry about wasting the timeout with all of that. But I think it's very strategic how you use your timeouts in the second half. First half, make sure your team is comfortable and they understand the situation. Second half is where you're a little bit more tactical with your use of timeouts.
Good time to mention our officiating crew tonight. Referee Chris Birmingham, line judge Rhett Barney, back judge Todd Lyman, umpire Ray Reynoso, and linesman Brian Shaw. Foul reporter Sophia Calchera. So, officials, thank you so much. We could not have these games without you. 3rd down and 6. Lopati, pressure comes. Over the middle, open, too much on it. It'll be 4th down.
That was a good play call. He had it right there. You get one-on-one coverage on the outside. He just needed a little bit more patience. I believe he had more time in the pocket, too, but he had the look that he wanted for. That was double post right there. I think both of them would have came open if he was able to hold the ball for one more second. But that was a good play call, something that you should definitely look to West to go back to later on in this football game. Look at that double post. You're going to get ISO coverage on the outside a couple times in this game. But watch out for that double post coming open again.
The harsh wind we had to open has died down a bit. Now we got a problem. Pan's got to get rid of it, and he does somehow. That was sketchy for West. And now Brighton's got a chance to return this. They return left. Number 81 with the return. Gustafson does a good job. How about a better job by Pan to even get rid of that? Bad snap.
I am bewildered at how Brighton did not get to Pan. Run! He fumbled the ball. Even when he got the ball, he hesitated again. That should have been blocked, and he should have been taken out. Like, why are these guys not running? I would be sending somebody fast off the edge.
That could have been a disaster for
The two punts
West.
that West has done, he's taken 8 seconds to kick the ball. That is terrible. And, you know, Coach Witt and my special teams coach in the league also, they were hecklers on get-off time and making sure that punt mechanics were – this is terrible punt mechanics by West. They are taking so long. But if the other team isn't doing anything, take as much time as you want. But, like, they should have somebody screaming off the edge right now with the wind. We saw it when we covered the Farmington game.
Yeah.
Farmington and Bountiful.
Yep.
The wind was crazy for punts. That was a huge part of that football game. It looks like that wind could be an issue tonight, snapping the ball back to the punters. I'd send somebody screaming off that edge every single time looking for opportunity. And these guys got to run. There's a couple special teams plays.
Against the kicking team. And then you got 16 with the face mask, blocking the back, big one. And then personal foul, face mask here. We're going to tack it on, 1st down.
That was a lot.
So do they offset or? Oh, never mind.
This is going against West.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to bring the ball all the way out to the 42-yard line. That's where Brighton will start this drive. So a rough series there for West gives Brighton great field position at their own 42-yard line with 11:32 to play in the second quarter. So Alex DeGroot at quarterback. Mason Hartel at running back. Going to keep riding Hartel. And again, West is really keying on him tonight. It's going to be tough for him to get any yards against this defense. They're really trying to force somebody else to beat him, Sly.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. I mean, it's a smart game plan, right? I go ISO on the outside and kick this 7-8 man box. Beat me with somebody else besides Hartel. Man, it's great. Now you got third down. This is perfect. This is right where you want to be for West defense. It's 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 7. And you got to make them stand up. Running the ball isn't going to get done. Even if they run the ball with 4, you get 4 yards on this, still 4th down. Great job by this West defense of standing up and forcing 3rd down.
We got a West injury, and we got a timeout. I will mention that.
Look at this.
That's a beautiful full moon.
Oh, yeah.
What a perfect night for, look at, that's just glowing in the sky. What a scene here at Brighton High School. Beautiful night for high school football.
I tell you what.
Great facilities here at Brighton.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Brighton University.
I pulled up to this thing. I'm like, where am I? This is amazing. Remember we came down here 2 years ago. They were under construction.
Yeah.
But to see what they have done with this place, this is absolutely amazing. I just need to find out who donated to this school because I need them as my best friend. This place is immaculate. Outstanding job, Brighton High School.
Number 17, Preston Farron in at quarterback. Takes a shot deep. Incomplete. Farron is a sophomore. So they brought in a sophomore quarterback here. I'm not sure if Alex DeGroot is injured, but they have made a switch at quarterback.
As we said, make somebody else beat you. That was a timeout right there, and that was the best play you drew up, even with somebody else coming in the game. I would make West has got a great game plan right now defensively. Take out Hartwell, make sure he can't beat you.
Nice punt. It's going to take a bounce, but it bounces the wrong way. Oh, a surprise returner here for West. Didn't draw it up that way, but it was effective. That young man got a shot to return a kick. Number 33 for West.
Oh, man, I don't know. My coach
that was Lester Falatea. We'll give him some love.
My coach would probably kill me if I did something like that. That's a dream. I'd love to do that.
The coaches on the West sideline, their hearts just dropped when he grabbed that ball. But, hey, it worked out. This coach just walked by our screen, looked like he had heartburn.
Oh, I would have loved to do that. Hey. Oh, the punt touched me. I had to do something with it, Coach. My bad.
Hey, heads up play by Falatea there.
Yeah.
Even if the coaches didn't like it, he got a shot. Falatea, by the way, is a freshman. Yes, we have class of 2028 out on the field tonight. How old are we?
No. Don't bring it up.
Lapati taking a shot over the middle.
Nice.
Into the safeties. That was almost intercepted. They're kicking themselves right now. Mitch Romney was in the area. Couldn't get to it. So Lapati's fortunate he didn't turn the ball over there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I don't know. I like that ball. As dangerous and risky as that was, that had nice touch on it. If the receiver could adjust, he could have made a dynamic play. It had nice touch on it to get in between the coverage and the deep safety right there.
Satele on the carry. Not much there. Feels like Brighton's now keying on Satele.
Well, I mean, it's the only thing that
their
either
defense
team
is keying on Hartel.
Yeah, it's the only thing that either team has gotten. Lapati hasn't shown that, to complete any balls thus far. He had a short under route that he completed on that first drive. But other than that, it's been rather bleak in the passing game for West thus far. But what they have gotten is this running game. So if you can shut that down, you got a pretty good chances for Brighton defense.
The wind is weird right now. Lapati is going to avoid the rush, gets out of the pocket. No, he doesn't. He's going down. Tyree Pearson with the sack.
As we said, this defensive line is huge because once Lapati got out of that, he would have been gone for a while. But great, strong hands by this defensive line to create a sack right there. As we said, this defensive line has done a great job tonight, stopping the run, creating turnovers on that first drive, knocking West out, giving them no opportunity, clamping Lapati in the backfield, not allowing him to get out, escape, and run like you've seen there. Hats off to this defense here in this first half.
Their last punt was an adventure. Let's see what they do here. I was mentioning the weather. It's strange right now. There's moments of calm, and then all of a sudden we'll get a gust. Right now there's a gust.
I'm telling you, send a fast guy screaming off the edge looking for opportunity every single time. And I would do it off of your right edge, not on the foot side, because you can gauge a little bit where that foot is. But I would send a fast guy off this edge. Whoever's running is not really running.
Another close call on the punt. It's going to take a bounce, and they let it bounce. Wow, this is a massive punt.
Again.
All the way down to the 20, so from 120 to another. That's 60 yards.
Talk about flipping field. Wow.
Great job by Chachi Pan. He got the bounce. They flipped the field there, and now Brighton, will start this drive from their own 19-yard line.
You cannot let that bounce like that. That is brutal. But at least it wasn't inside the 10-yard line, right? He's still got a little room down here. But I'm going to check with the crew to see if the wind is that big of an issue down there.
Hartel trying to break one. Nice run there on first down.
Great hard run right there. Nice inside run. If you can run inside the tackles, that shows toughness, that shows physicality. Often, the outside runs are kind of rare. They don't hit as often, but you can show your physicality on how well you run inside runs.
Oh, wow. We got trouble on the snap.
Gotta go.
Does the smart thing and just gets down on it. That's going to be a big setback for Bountiful. Sorry, Brighton. I did that again. I apologize. Preston Farron at quarterback now. That wasn't necessarily his fault. It was a bad snap. That puts them all the way back to the 11-yard line. Interception. Pick six. Chachi Pan. And West is on the board first.
Not only do you punt 60-yard punts, but you intercept passes and take them to the house as well. Chachi with the pick six. Easy. Sit on that route. Miscommunication from the sophomore quarterback and the receiver. Sophomore quarterback trying to force that in there. Chachi with his eyes on the quarterback makes the play, takes it all the way to the house. West up 6-0.
Farron picked off by Pan. An 11-yard interception return for a touchdown. And now West will try to make it a 7-0 lead with the extra point. Chachi Pan does it all. He's holding on the extra point. Uh-oh, that's trouble. West is going to get 2 points out of this.
No.
Unless
stopped.
Hartel gets the stop. No, that's not Hartel. It's number 10. That was Beau LaFleur. So Beau LaFleur gets the stop. Otherwise, that would have been a 2-point conversion on a bad snap.
Our hockey enforcer does a great job of chasing down the kicker, making sure he's not able to get 2 points.
I thought he was going to get in. Hey, how about LaFleur, the effort and the speed to get to the edge and make sure he didn't?
And that's not easy, folks. Honestly, the kicking team had the edge right there as soon as he broke the tackle box area. But that was just great effort by LaFleur right there to get out there. Yeah, that makes me want to go to dodgeball. Peter LaFleur.
Peter LaFleur.
Oh, gosh.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Wait, Vince Stiller said Joni loves Chachi in that movie too, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He did? Oh, God.
It all comes comes full circle, Sly, every single time.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
It all comes back.
This
full
matchup
circle.
of Brighton versus West was destiny.
Chachi Pan, Joni loves Chachi. Peter LaFleur. Dodgeball. You only get this on Game Night Live.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
That's trouble for Brighton. They got to get that off the turf, and they do. They get out to the 16-yard line. Boy, Brighton all of a sudden is a little flustered.
Hey, Brighton's return game, both punt return and kick return, has got me a little on edge in this game. Their decisions have not been great. They've let punts bounce. They've let this kickoff right here bounce. They haven't been too active at receiving it. I don't think the wind is that crazy. I haven't seen the ball like.
There's occasional gusts, but it's not consistent. It hasn't been enough for to not throw the football.
Well, I mean,
it hasn't impacted, in my opinion,
for these return games. These returners are acting like they don't know where the ball is going. I mean, we're up here in the booth, so I
for
can't
us to say. I get that,
but like, they got to do better at this return game before it's an issue in this football game. Great run.
Wow, Hartel. You see how he got to 1,000 yards this year. Just runs really hard, very athletic.
That was a tough run right there. I like that. Keep those legs churning. If they're not tackling, you keep going. Let's see here. They got a 4-3 front.
Oh, ball's
gosh.
loose.
Oh, gosh.
Who's got it?
Brighton got back on
recovers.
It. Oh.
Well, these are the things that come up when you have to change quarterback mid-game, when somebody's got all the reps all week, and then these things happen. They're going to have to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, it's sophomore quarterback, too, so you know how firm you put the ball in there when you're handing the ball off makes a difference.
And these aren't guys you usually hand the ball off to.
Exactly. As you said, there's a very familiar thing that you have to do that.
Farron with the handoff.
3rd down and 5, now 4th down and 5. Now you got 4th down and 2. You got to punt this football.
Yeah, they got the punt again.
That's unfortunate.
So right now, Brighton's getting in their own way.
Yeah, you had 2nd down and 2, and then you lost 2 yards. You lost 3 yards. Made it 3rd down and 5. Yeah, you're shooting yourselves in the foot right there. But again, special teams here. Let's see, can these guys get down there and cover? You've been putting the ball just fine, but can you get down and cover? They got to run.
Another good punt. Takes the Brighton bounce. Pan fields it and gets to the 46. So that's where West will start this drive, from their own 46-yard line. 5:41 left to play in the half. And the Panthers have a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, Chachi Pan is your Mr. Everything. He is your nickel back, your punter, your holder, your receiver, your punt returner. He's just a guy that sees a lot of action on this football team. He's the Travis Hunter of West football.
1st and 10, Satele. Not much there.
Oh, the refs don't want to blow the whistle. All right. Let it go.
Right now, there's no gust. The wind has died down, so let's see if they...
And that would be me as a play caller.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that there's no wind.
Keep an eye on that flag all game long.
Right.
What do I got right now? Let's go. Let's go with it. Let's take a deep shot right here.
Let's not mess this up. Let's go.
Well, we'll see what they do. Trips to the left. Satele in the backfield with Lopati. 4 receivers. They're going to run with Satele. Past midfield down to the Brighton 48. Maybe they'll give him the 47. It'll be 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. That's not bad. I mean, there's plenty of plays you can do here. Even running a screen here at midfield. If I pick up the 1st down, even QB run game. This would be 2-down territory for me.
Oh, yeah.
I would run it with Satele and then run it with Lopati. You can do QB run game right here.
Blitz comes.
Oh, ball's out. Oh.
Lopati pulled it, and he's got stripped. And so this game has been dominated by defense, and once again, Brighton's defense comes up with a huge play when they need it.
Oh, look at this blitz off the edge.
They met the mesh.
Oh, no, that's LaFleur.
Yeah, LaFleur again met the mesh, got the ball loose. Lopati, I think, was going to try to pull it, but while he was trying to pull it, he got hit. Here's another close
it's an
shot we got right
blitz
here.
right here.
Right, and he tries to pull.
Yeah.
He gets smacked.
And he does exactly what I tell all the people that I train. Watch the football in the mesh.
Yes.
If you watch the football, if he pulls it or keeps it, you'll know exactly where it's going. He saw Lopati pull it, and he just put his helmet right on the football. Great job by Bo Peter LaFleur.
This Brighton defense is having a great game.
Yes. Catch the ball. Catch
Let it
the
bounce.
ball.
Oh. West will down it inside the 10. They're going to mark it at the 7. So Brighton's offense pinned deep right now with a sophomore quarterback in who hasn't taken, this is the first snaps, at least on the stat sheet that I've seen, that Farron has taken as a varsity quarterback this year. So on senior night, region championship game, you're asking a lot of this sophomore to come in and lead this offense. Let's see if he can get comfortable out here. But they've got a long way to go here. 93 yards to even the score. They're going 2 backs around Farron.
Oh. Yeah, these exchanges are just not clean.
Yeah, the snap was high. Exchange was not clean. Hartel on the carry. Not much.
You know, it's funny. I see so many games like this. You get high-powered offenses that come in, right? And it's not an offensive game at all. It happens all the time. And this is a prime example of this. You're expecting a lot of fireworks. Great run.
Nice run.
Tabarachi.
Owen Tabarachi with a nice run to give him a chance here.
That's a big 8-yard run right there by Owen Tabarachi.
6'1", 205-pound senior. West showing blitz. They bring the heat. They beat the blitz. Hartel past the 25-yard line. That's going to move the chains. First down. Nice run. So Brighton finding a little bit of rhythm here.
Farron settling in, making some clean handoffs here. Still not the cleanest of snaps, but Farron's able to grab that and hand that off cleanly.
Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the half. Farron, handoff.
Again, if I was West, I'd go 9 in the box. Go 0 on the outside, 9 in the box. Let your corners know you ain't got no help, but we're going to make sure that the ball will come out quick. I do a variation of that from A-gap blitzes to B-gap blitzes to, to pitching the D-line.
9 in a box with this situation
for
sure.
Because this is all they're showing. They haven't shown no reason to throw the football. Yeah.
Not much room there. West stuffed that. So
even on this 3rd down.
3rd and 8 is what they're facing now.
I would bring a field side blitz here, make Farron roll out to his left, which is uncomfortable. Roll my 3rd safety to that far sideline, knowing that you're forcing them that way. 0 up over here. I'd bring some pressure if I was West. There they come.
Hartel. First down and more. Mason Hartel.
Wow.
Hartel's going to take it to the house. 70 yards. Oh, right at the line. Did he get it? No, he got the touchdown. West made it interesting at the finish line. What a play. That was sensational.
Oh, what is the flag for? Did you see Hartel get out?
That kid has wheels.
Oh, my gosh. Heartbreak Hartel. Get out. See, but this is why I would have brought pressure. I would have had more guys around the line of scrimmage, pinching down, taking away those gaps, bringing guys off the edge. But, oh, my. This is why he got 1,000 yards on the season, because when he gets an open field, you can see those wheels, and he's a tough runner up the middle. Great run by Hartel right there.
We have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 13, Hare.
That's on Brighton. I'll translate.
Yeah, I was about to say, what? On which team? Okay, so unsportsmanlike on Brighton, talking a little smack. It'll be assessed on the kickoff or what?
Unsportsmanlike here, 13.
It was on West.
Oh, okay.
He's correcting himself.
Okay.
Well, just like that, Brighton needed one big play to get that spark, and they've got it. So they've tied the game at 6. The extra point will give them the lead with 59 seconds left in the half. Mason Hartel, 70 yards for the touchdown.
Wow.
The extra point is good, and the Brighton Bengals lead 7-6.
Let's check out this replay right here. He gets some daylight. Yeah, follow the blocks. Great blocking. Great blocking by that offensive line and creating that crevice. And then Hartel gets into the open field. Great hustle right there, too, by
Valahi.
By Valahi.
He almost punched that out.
He was this close to getting it right before he crossed the goal line right there. But look at that open field run. Catch me if you can. Let me slow up a little bit. I think I'm there. Boom. Great punch out right there by Valahi. Just missed it. But great hustle. You can always respect great hustle. Look at this. Great blocking. And then open field right there.
Give that Brighton offensive line a lot of credit there.
I don't know. That looked like he punched it out at the half-yard line.
It was close. The official was right there. He's shaking his head no.
Okay.
That he had the better angle, but it was close. It was very, very close.
That's great hustle right there. Any coach got to be proud of that.
Yeah, even though he got a penalty for something he did afterwards, Lava Valahi did a great job almost making a touchdown-saving play.
Yeah, and a 15-yard penalty, that was huge.
Yeah.
Now, this is where you do a squib. I'd do a hard kick right down the middle and try to make it pop up in the air.
Oh, yeah, especially with 59 seconds left
around
in the
the 25-yard line. All right.
Nope, they're gonna put him at the 20.
Yeah.
I agree. That would have been a great opportunity with just 59 seconds on the clock to try to create some kind of chaos on the kickoff, but they'll go with the touchback. West will start this drive at their 20. Can they make it 80 yards in 59 seconds? Let's watch and see. Like Brighton, they've been trying to chip away with that run game over and over again with Satele. He has one big run, but this offense has no touchdowns. The Panthers' score came on a pick six by Chachi Pan. That's what they go with. Trying to break it to the outside. A nice run on first down. It's a gain of 9. Clock runs.
Great run here by Satele. Staying on the feet. It's all they've gotten thus far on offense is great runs by Satele.
It's just going to do it again. Maybe they're okay with taking this to the locker room as is.
I would be too. Let's get some momentum. They have to start on defense in the second half, but I get some momentum here. Just making sure our offensive line is confident. We can still block this and get some good yards so we can start that again in the second half. You're only down by 1 point.
20 seconds on the snap. Lopati looking deep. Now he's going to roll to his left. And he's in trouble. He's going to go down. That's a sack.
That's
by number 99, Caleb Stock.
Look at that. Great hustle by Caleb Stock right there. Way to grip him. I'm telling you, that's probably where Lopati's got a lot of his yards this offseason is by making guys miss. These guys have been strong on that defensive front. When they grasp you, they are not letting go, and that's what Lopati's probably not been used to this season.
10.4 seconds left in the half. From the 35, Lopati's going to throw. He's going to scramble out of the pocket, roll to his right, and throw. Chachi Pan with the catch, trying to turn it up. Clock runs out, and that is the end of the first half.
If Lopati just threw it to the goal line, he had a guy wide open. But, you know, get some positive. You haven't completed many passes in this game, so get it to Chachi. But he had a receiver wide open.
Give that Brighton front credit to pressure him out of the pocket. He couldn't see it.
Yeah, could not see it. Chachi does a great job coming back for the football, making that happen.
Well, there you have it. That is the end of the first half, and what a half it was. I mean, there's only 13 points on the board, but that was a very action-packed first half, a very entertaining first half. Cannot wait to see what happens next in this Region 6 championship game between the Brighton Bengals and the West Panthers. 7-6. Brighton leads West here on Game Night Live. We'll be right back in 15 minutes.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there. They're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Here's KSL Sports Rewind's top plays and performances from last week. Number 5, let's start off with some special plays. Special teams plays, that is Orem hosting Springville, and off the bounce, Jack Pickering collects this, makes one man miss, finds a little lane through the line, and look out. Jack Pickering up the sideline. You ain't gonna catch him as Pickering takes this 95-plus yards and a little nutcracker strut into the end zone as 6 goes for 6 for Springville.
This kickoff going to be shy of the end zone. Return available. Split it. And big return up the sideline. Did he stay in bounds? Yes! Down the sideline, it's Jack Pickering. 95 yards for the Springville answer.
Down to Full and Roy in an instant classic on Friday night. And when you see Roy number 5, Robert Young, you know he's got something special lined up. This is the 3rd straight week where they've had a 99-yard touchdown. This one is a kickoff return by Young, his 3rd kickoff return over 95 yards this season. Roy, enjoy this young man. He's having a special year. Someone offer this kid, would you?
Well, actually, we'll go to the 1, and Robert Young's got a chance to return it. And Young's got a hole. And Young's got speed.
Wow.
Young, no flags. Goodbye. Touchdown, Roy Rolls.
Number 4, Farmington at Davis. Farmington looking for the upset on Friday night. This ball gets lofted up. It's deflected by Cooper Harson, and Johnny Parker coming up with the Davis interception.
And a shoulder rig is crazy.
Lehigh at Lone Peak. And Landon Goff initially looks beat on this play, but he had a beat on it. How about Goff going up to pick this one off? Wow, the 20th interception for this Lone Peak defense and the 4th for Goff this season.
At the 35-yard line, Jet News got his man. Oh, and it's tipped and intercepted! Landon Goff! Oh, my God! That was a heck of an interception!
Ridgeline and Mountain Crest, a sublime play here. This pass through the intended target, and Graham Livingston used his left hand to pop it up for the interception as he gets a big return. Livingston taking it to the house as Ridgeline gets the win over Mountain Crest, making those lime helmets look sublime. And then Harriman Copper Hills this week. This ball gets batted at the line. It kind of ricochets all over helmets, and it's Samuel Otoa who's able to gather it. And then the big man rumbles 50-plus yards for the big man touchdown. A pick six for Samuel Otoa. I love his reaction. And how about his teammates' reactions on the pick six for Otoa? Number 3, Beaver and Milford. And Bodie Wheatley, we love watching Wheatley. Look at him just lower the shoulder pads and just fend off Milford tacklers as Beaver goes on to get the win on Friday night.
Motion for Radden. And Wheatley will follow the blockers on the left side. Has a decent hole. Breaks a tackle and is going to go on that left side. First down yardage for Bodie Wheatley.
If you like physicality, check out Benji Tukuafu of East. Makes one man miss, spins out of another, and then drags West tacklers on an impressive run for Tukuafu. Kanab trailed Duchesne until Hayden Gubler from inside his own 5. In fact, a 97-yard touchdown run for Gubler and the Cowboys as they defeat the Eagles 36-20. A dinger of a run for Gubler.
Give to Gubler. Oh, Gubler finds a hole. Gubler continues to break tackles. One man to beat. He's across the 40, the 50.
And a 97-yard run. That's why he averages 10 yards a carry.
Whoopee, flipping wingdinger, 97 yards.
Orem trailed Springville, and a little slant route here. Well, there is no little slant route when it's to Iongi. Look at the speed and the elusivity. 3 guys thought they had him. They didn't. Touchdown for Iongi on an impressive catch and run.
Kava has Iongi on the slant. Iongi inside the 20, looking for 6 inside the 10. Touchdown, Orem!
That's a man's play right there. Iongi just made a play.
And finally, Crimson Cliffs taking on Pineview, and it's not their Mack truck, it's their van. Van Daly will not go down. Half the Panther D couldn't prevent this touchdown from Van. Number 2, this may seem familiar. It's the Dawn Hook and Ladder. It worked a few weeks ago. It worked again this week for Caden Vest as Spanish Fork sails past Payson.
Here's a completion. There's the hook and ladder, the pitch. Vest down the sideline, and he's gone. Touchdown, Dons.
Great job by the Dons. We've seen them run that hook and ladder a couple of times.
And then a little October trick and treat for you. This one may haunt Roy for a while. Last play of the half, Bountiful, the hook and ladder with the rugby toss as Zeke Murdoch, evading Roy tacklers, takes it in for the touchdown as the Red Hawks defeat the Royals. Not even the Bountiful players believe that this went for 6.
So 1 second officially. Geilman, just 3 men on the rush. He gets pressured. He throws down the field. It is caught. Little hook and ladder. Fekitoa. But a rugby toss it across the field. And getting close in. Is it a touchdown? Yes, it is. Unbelievable. And there are no flags.
And your top plays of the week, Springville at Orem and Drake Peterson. This ball is a little behind him, goes up through the DB's hands, somehow comes up with the impressive touchdown catch for Springville.
Levitt looking to the end zone. What a grab! Touchdown, Springville! Peterson going up and hauling it in for the Red Devils.
Same game, but second half. Orem meeting a touchdown. And it's Beck Coy with the diving touchdown catch as Orem defeats Springville thanks to this grab from Coy.
Cava over the middle, has a man. Did he make that catch?
West Jordan and Kearns in a region game. And off the DB deflection is Julius Mulatalo with the impressive grab inside the 5 for West Jordan. And finally, Lehigh at Lone Peak. Not many receivers can do this to the Lone Peak secondary. Legend Glasker with the impressive catch over the DB. Boy, what hands there by Glasker.
Jet New drops back. He looks deep for Glasker. He's got it. What a catch! Oh my goodness!
And if you like that, a candidate for Catch of the Year. Just your casual one-handed touchdown grab by Glasker. How about the throw from New? Glasker finished with 8 catches, 230 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the Pioneers.
Jet New empty backfield. He takes the snap and he throws a deep ball to Glasker. One-handed catch! What a grab and a touchdown! Number 2 on the night for Glasker.
Legend Glasker. He was totally covered. That was just an elite play from a Division I quarterback right there and a Division I receiver.
If you've got a top player performance you'd like to nominate, send them to us via your favorite social media platform at KSL Sports Rewind.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Here's KSL Sports Rewind's top plays and performances from last week. Number 5, let's start off with some special plays. Special teams plays, that is Orem hosting Springville, and off the bounce, Jack Pickering collects this, makes one man miss, finds a little lane through the line, and look out. Jack Pickering up the sideline. You ain't gonna catch him as Pickering takes this 95-plus yards and a little nutcracker strut into the end zone as 6 goes for 6 for Springville.
This kickoff going to be shy of the end zone. Return available. Split it. And big return up the sideline. Did he stay in bounds? Yes! Down the sideline, it's Jack Pickering. 95 yards for the Springville answer.
Bountiful and Roy in an instant classic on Friday night. And when you see Roy number 5, Robert Young, you know he's got something special lined up. This is the 3rd straight week where they've had a 99-yard touchdown. This one is a kickoff return by Young, his 3rd kickoff return over 95 yards this season. Roy, enjoy this young man. He's having a special year. Someone offer this kid, would you?
Well, actually, we'll go to the 1, and Robert Young's going to have a chance to return it. And Young's got a hole. And Young's got speed.
Wow.
Young, no flags. Goodbye. Touchdown, Roy Wills.
Number 4, Farmington at Davis. Farmington looking for the upset on Friday night. This ball gets lofted up. It's deflected by Cooper Harson, and Johnny Parker coming up with the Davis interception.
And a shoulder rig is crazy.
Lehigh at Lone Peak. And Landon Goff initially looks beat on this play, but he had a beat on it. How about Goff going up to pick this one off? Wow, the 20th interception for this Lone Peak defense and the 4th for Goff this season.
At the 35-yard line, Jet News got his man. Oh, and it's tipped and intercepted. Landon Goff. Oh my God, that was a heck of an interception.
Ridgeline and Mountain Crest, a sublime play here. This pass through the intended target, and Graham Livingston used his left hand to pop it up for the interception as he gets a big return.
Welcome back to Brighton High School for second half action of this Region 6 championship game between the Brighton Bengals and the West Panthers. Before we get to the second half, we've got money to give away. That's right, you can see in the end zone right there. KSL Sports is streaming tonight's game on the KSL Sports app, the KSL Plus app, and KSLSports.com. As a part of the broadcast, Utah Community Credit Union is proud to present a scholarship to an amazing student from each school KSL is visiting this year. This week's winner is Jonah Hoscherl. I'm probably butchering that, Jonah. I apologize. Jonah, congratulations from Brighton High School. Jonah's teachers say he's a shining example of hard work, respectful consistency, and kindness. He maintains a quiet yet strong, driven presence in the classroom. He is patient while explaining the steps of the problems to his peers. His peers often ask him for help to verify their answers on homework because they know he'll be kind and clear when explaining it to them. Beyond academics, Jonah's character truly stands out. He is thoughtful and caring. Jonah is a student who not only excels in his own work, but also shows compassion for others. Jonah is an amazing Bengal, and Brighton is lucky to know him. Congratulations to Jonah, and thanks to Utah Community Credit Union for their support of local high school athletes. UCCU, love where you bank. Jonah, congratulations. I always love giving away those big, giant checks. What a beautiful night here at Brighton High School. Brighton leads West 7-6 in this, what you can call a Region 6 championship game. Weather, not too much of a factor tonight. We had that cold front coming in. It's been gusty and breezy at times, a little bit of rain. But overall, this has been a game about two plays. One for West, one for Brighton. For West, the Chachi Pan pick 6, and for Brighton, the 70-yard touchdown run by Mason Hartel.
Yeah, Hartel, a hard runner. You could see that was West's game plan to shut him down, which is a great game plan. As you said, just one play. That's all he's had tonight, and it opened up wide, and him getting in the open field is something dangerous. But this West defense has been unreal. Of course, there was that quarterback change on Brighton. We don't know exactly what's going on with Farron or with the starting quarterback, but the sophomore Farron has came in and threw that pick 6. Came in a little shaky, but it looked like he's calmed down, handing the football off. But this is going to be an exciting second half. It's going to take a lot from that sophomore quarterback if he's at the helm to win this football game. But West is doing awesome. You know, defensively, they started with a strong running game, but they kind of went away from it for a little bit. But Lupati's going to have to come in here and do a lot more on the offensive side of the ball. That's QB run game. That is the short passing game, loosen up that defense, or making that defense get tighter. But this Brighton defensive front is getting after it. They are not allowing him to get loose at all, making him uncomfortable, which is Casey Cetera type of football.
This Brighton defense shut out the West offense in the first half. Like I said, the score for Brighton was a pick 6 by Chachi Pan. The West offense has not scored a point tonight, and that Brighton defense deserves a lot of credit. Very physical football game here, championship level football played by both teams. Both of these teams should be a big factor in the 5A playoffs, which get underway next week.
Oh my
goodness. The brackets come out Saturday morning. Brighton, I think, was 3rd in the RPI, the latest count. West at 11 because of those 4 losses in the out-of-state competition and to American Fork. West is not the 11th best football team in 5A. This is a top 4, top 5 team. If they won tonight, I don't know how much of a jump they would get, but they're going to be oddly seeded in the 5A playoffs. The team's going to look down and see that they got to play West, and they're going to be like, wait a minute, why? Why do we get West in the first round?
Right.
Why do we get West in the second round? So it'll be very interesting to see what happens on Saturday morning when the brackets come out. We can't wait. But we still have 24 minutes of football left in this regular season, and we got some hardware up for grabs tonight, a Region 6 championship on the line. as we begin the second half here on Game Night Live between Brighton and West. Here we go. Brighton with a chance to return this from the 15. Ooh, big hit. Great job. I think that was Satele.
Yeah, it was.
The West running back who came flying through and got a big hit on special teams. Good, clean football. Nice play.
Yeah, doing a great job of running that 5 position on kickoff. Comes down there and lays a great hit, great stick, great coverage there on the short kick by West. But let's see what we got for this Brighton offense here in the second half. The sophomore quarterback trots out there again. Let's see what he can do for this team. Preston Farron.
So in the backfield, they've got LaFleur and Hartel with him. He's going to hand off to LaFleur. LaFleur with a nice run, powering his way to the 40-yard line.
Wow.
Bo LaFleur is having himself a game on both sides of the ball tonight.
Bo Peter LaFleur. Again, this handoff isn't great, but he puts it away. But look at these legs. Look at these legs. Bump, 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 bump. Just keeps it going for 5 extra yards after contact. Great job by Bo LaFleur right here. Look at these legs. Contact right there. Boom, 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 boom. That's sled work right there. That's all off season right there. Coming to fruition here at the last game of the regular season.
Have an injury, unfortunately. Connor Melchior, 6'2", 305-pound offensive lineman. Connor Melchior carried off the field. We hope he can get back in this game. We hope he's okay. You never want to see that. So now 1st down and 10 from the 41 for Brighton. Hartel again, past midfield, down to the 45. This Brighton offense in their run game is starting to figure some things out.
Man, and this is all successful from that interior blocking. Look at how these offensive linemen seal their blocks. They get their hips all the way around, creating these lanes for Hartel. And then Bo LaFleur and Hartel, the way they finish the run, as soon as they get contact, they are keeping their knees high like they're running through the running back blaster over and over and over again. Look at this contact. Watch the knees go.
LaFleur with another big run. They're getting chunk play after chunk play. Another 10, 15 yards. They are marching down the field on this drive to open the half.
Look at this. Great job. You give it to one guy, you give it to the other guy. But great blocking up front. Watch these O-linemen. These O-linemen do a great job of sealing their blockers. It's what you want to do. You want to bring your hips all the way around and be that wall to create that hallway, essentially, that tunnel that these running backs can run through. And these running backs are getting touched 3-4 yards down the field and breaking tackles and keeping their legs churning. They essentially just got, 30-40 yards on 3 plays? This is a great job running the football by these 2 running backs.
Brighton ball at the West 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Hartel
watch the legs
powering his way through.
Contact.
Look at that offensive line pushing their way all the way down to the inside the 25. This offensive line has come out here in the second half with an energy. They are blocking angry right now. Tabarachi replaces LaFleur in the backfield with Farron and Hartel. 10 minutes remaining in the third. It's Hartel. Gets a block from Tabarachi, but he's wrapped up. He may be close to the chains. I think he's got a 1st down. He does. What an impressive drive here by Brighton. Let's see how West responds to getting punched in the mouth here to open the second half.
Man, see, I'd bring my slot receiver back in for max protection and just throw a fade route on the outside on 1st down.
Hartel, another great run, powers his way inside the 20.
Oh, my gosh.
Inside the 15. They're just going to run this ball the entire game, and they're like saying to West, go ahead and try and stop us, and they cannot.
Try me. I just love the way these running backs finish runs. It's how you watch their legs on contact. Boom, 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 boom. They continue to move their feet and fall forward every time. That's how you get those extra yards. Those extra yards are everything. It's very easy to see how Hartwell got over 1,000 yards rushing so far this season.
This one goes to Tabarat. No, this is LaFleur to the outside. LaFleur dives over a defender.
Pick up the first down. Bo Peter LaFleur. Tough running. Tough tackling on defense. He blitzes the A gaps, causes confusion for the West offense, and he runs the ball with ferocity here for this Brighton offense.
Hartel, nice tackle. West making some adjustments here, and
yeah, they're blitzing off the edges. What you got to do? The interior of this offensive line is strong.
They just sent Anguilao in there to get the tackle, and Anguilau's shaken up again. He's battling an injury there.
Yeah, you got to blitz off of the edge to get anything on this team, and that's what he does. He does a great job of coming off the edge because this interior offensive line is great, absolutely fantastic. And they're able to seal blocks, making it extremely easy for the running backs. The only way you're going to get something is having a free blitzer off the edge.
Hartel, they get him this time. This West defense is all of a sudden responding.
Figuring it out. They're not accepting blocks. They're not falling asleep out of halftime. Stepping up right now down in the red zone. This is where they need them right here. If they can make them settle for a field goal, that is a good win for what they've given up on this drive. But now it's 3rd down and 12, 3rd down and 11. You got to get something out of this quarterback here, so let's see what they do. Do they continue to run the football, or do they try to throw?
They're going to throw it. Hartel is taken down. I think West has figured this out.
Yeah, just blitz off the edge. There, Bo LaFleur missed the edge block, or he was looking for something else. He just blew right by the guy who was on the edge. The edge rusher had a straight blitz right at the running back's knees right there. Knocked that out. Now, here's the thing. Look close at this. I think the extra point that they had in the first half, it was close to being blocked. It brought a lot of pressure off of this West sidelined edge. Let's see if they do it again.
Thomas Sorensen from 35, and we've got a flag.
Offsides. Can you call offsides before they hike it?
A dead ball, encroachment, number 2. 5-yard penalty.
He touched somebody?
He did enough that they had to blow the whistle.
Right.
So instead of a 35-yard attempt, it becomes a 30-yard attempt. This is Thomas Sorensen, the senior kicker.
Still not guaranteed. They're trying to bring some speed off the edge right here. Let's see if they get it. Oh.
The kick is no good.
Did he block it?
They did block it. They got a piece of it, and it went left. What a job by the West defense.
I told you, in that extra point in the first half, they brought guys off the edge. They got real close to it. If they lay out right there, they can block it. And as you see, they were close enough that they just didn't even have to lay out. Look at this edge right here by Chachi. Chachi comes off the edge. Oh, no, it came from the middle. You're right.
Was it 19 that got it? 92?
I think it was 92.
I think it was 19. Yeah, he's feeling it. I think 19 got a finger on it.
That was a great job. Break pressure from the inside and the outside right there.
Wow, so West was in big trouble there.
Yeah.
They bend, but they do not break. No points allowed. And now their offense takes over at the 20. And now they go to work. They're trying to break one. Feel like we're seeing the same thing on the other side here now. Lote Safele with a good run on first down. He picks up 10.
Hey, nobody is throwing the football here in this game.
No. Past the 35. So Satele is going to work here. West is following the cue of Brighton. They're saying, all right, we're going to go to our back. We're going to go to our star. He's going to carry us here. Now Brighton's bringing pressure.
Got to go. Are they going to change the defense?
Little chess game going on here. Lopati's going to pass on the edge in traffic, incomplete. A lot of blue shirts over there.
Yeah, good job by Satera and this defensive staff right here. They showed blitz as if they were coming, and then they changed the play. When West did a check with me, so did Brighton. They checked from a blitz cover 0 all the way into a cover 2 with over-the-top help, and the play that West checked to was nullified and turned out to be not good.
3rd down and 6 from their own 35.
QB run game. They got to implement this into this package.
Pressure comes. Lopati's in trouble. He's going to escape. Checks it down. Catch is made.
Great job.
Louis Hamilton, but he's short of the sticks. Great job by the Brighton defense. And West is looking at having to punt. They're leaving their offense on the field right now.
They need something here. They need a spark. I feel it, but it's still too early. Your defense just did a great job of standing up in the red zone. Punt this football.
Will Coach Solovey go for it? Or will Lopati do a little bit of a quarterback punt here? Let's see.
A pooch punt?
They look like they're going for this. They got 5 wide.
The wind is blowing.
He's passing it. He's in the pocket. Now he's out. He's rolling to his right. He's got room to run. Lopati trying to get to the sticks. And he does. He's past the 40.
Yeah.
That'll move the chains. Great job by Lopati, who was under fire.
Shaking up a little bit there.
Gets out of the pocket and gets the first down. But yes, he is not looking good right now.
Took a little blow. He might have got his ankle.
Oh.
When he slid right here, yeah, he tripped up his own ankle.
It was the contact afterwards that may have impacted the injury.
Let's see here. Good escapability right here, but as he slides, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I think when he initially slid, he kind of got it stuck in the turf and turned it.
Yeah.
Sad part is that it's in a high ankle sprain area.
This would be a massive loss for West.
Huge, even for the playoffs.
See if he can walk this off and get back in the game.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need him. He's going to try to walk this off. Let's see if he can do it.
They're measuring while he's being attended to.
Oh, I thought he got that clean.
I thought he had it pretty clean, but I guess, where he started, the slide is where they mark it. And he's short.
Inches.
He didn't get it. Oh, wow.
And so their defense is back out.
Wow. The Brighton Bengals with a big stop. Lopati had room to run. He slid for the first down, but he slid a little too early.
Yeah, and that's young underclassmen running it. Understand where that first down marker is. I always shoot for a yard past the marker. So I know where the marker is in my head before the snap counts. I'm like, we got to get to the 42. If my route is shorter than the 42-yard line, which is a yard past the first down marker, it's not it, right? And so even as him scrambling right there, he should have 42 in his head the whole time, and he's looking at the 42-yard mark right there, and that's what he should have been shooting for, but he thought he was good.
Oh, that's a crucial mistake. Brighton takes over in West territory, and Brighton's going to have to make an adjustment on offense because West has this dialed in.
He's got to throw. If they want to do anything, he's got to throw it. They are zero coveraging, blitzing off the edge, nullifying the inside blockers for Brighton. They're going to have to throw this ball. They got to do a combo switch route on the outside or ISO coverage on the outside. Do they have a receiver that they can throw to in this situation? But right now, West is tripling down on the running game and knocking that out.
Yeah, right now, Isaiah Angulau is wreaking havoc in the West backfield. Now they get LaFleur on the outside. Nice run by LaFleur. He gets past the 40, down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, they are.
So he gets some of that lost yardage back.
They are daring Farron to throw the football right here. He's got to do something. They got to implement RPO game, which would be great for this. Fake the run, have a receiver go in right where the linebacker vacates on a nice slant route. But you're getting zero coverage pretty much. And that post safety, Chachi, he's playing up close to the line of scrimmage.
Hartel. They wrap him up right at the 35. He's short of the first down.
They're about 5-6 yards short here. What are they going to do?
2 down territory. Too far for you to kick it.
Too far for you to kick it.
Too short to punt it. They should go, and they will.
See, they're going no huddle here. Let's see.
About 4th and about 5.
Got pony backs here. You got ISO coverage down here on the bottom. Is he a dynamic enough receiver? What are we going to do here? Got 5 seconds on the play clock. Got to go. Call timeout, coach.
Are they just looking for a delay of game and punt?
Try to draw him off sides. It's interesting. Yeah, they were trying to get a little bit more room for the punt there.
Tough spot there. They're going to play the field position game with a 7-6 lead. And the way this game's going, that's a brilliant move.
Yeah, if you can pin
West's offense has not gotten much done tonight.
Yeah, and you know, there's an injury to Lapati, West quarterback. Not sure if he's going to come back. But, you know, if you can pin them inside the 10-yard line, that is a win. Nice punt. Let it roll.
Short punt. Chachi Pan's going to let it roll. It's inside the 10. They'll down it at the 7-yard line.
That's what you want. That is a win. Great decision on the delay game. Good punt. Good mechanics. Good coverage down there.
Lopati is back in the game. He's running. He got retaped. So Lopati is back in the game. He's in the huddle, and he will go out as the quarterback for West. Nervous moment there for the Panthers. They were more concerned about that than coming up short on 4th down. But the sophomore's back in with 2:49 to play in the 3rd quarter.
He's jogging like he had some elder juice on the sidelines there.
The elder juice worked. Lopati will hand it off. Satele.
Man, this is a defensive matchup here.
It really is.
Did not expect this coming in at all.
But a highly entertaining defensive battle.
Yes.
This has had a little bit of everything. A lot of wild plays. A lot of big plays, even though the score says 7-6. We've had a lot of explosive plays in this game. They just haven't resulted in a touchdown, with the exception of the Hartel 70-yard touchdown run.
Gotta love and appreciation for this defensive front.
Lopati to pass. Just throws it over the middle, incomplete.
3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 7. I don't know what happened there. That was a little...
Nobody was there.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd and 7.
Let's see. Yeah, if I'm Brighton, I'll sit back in a cover 3 or cover 2 here. Keep everything right in front of you. Drive down. Soft cover 2. You see the corners drop back here. Flat-footed. Yep. Get up.
Lopati's going to hand it off to Latele.
Oh, man. He whiffed.
Lote Satele.
Oh.
With a nice run.
Gus Blake had him here, and he just whiffed. He read it perfectly. He had everything perfect on that play. Keep your head in front. And he just whiffed. That would have ended the drive, made them punt right there. Head in front, knock out the runner. But they get an extra set of downs here. Good job by West.
Lopati's going back to the sideline. Isaiah Hawley has come in at the quarterback position. He's going to run it. Hawley's fast. He's listed as a wide receiver and cornerback, but he's in right now at the quarterback position.
Loses a yard. Loses 2 yards.
So let's see if they're going to... So they're working with Lopati on the sideline. I think they're a little...
I think on that...
They're still addressing his issue with his ankle.
No, that's on
There's
a
something
finger.
else going on.
On that pass, he must have hit
he got
something.
hurt on that.
Yeah, I think he either hit a helmet or came down on something. Something's wrong with his fingers or hands there.
Okay, so Hawley's still in a quarterback. He's going to hand it off.
Nice.
Satele. Power run.
I like it. I like both of these running backs on both of these teams here. The way they hit the hole, swift, fast. Most times you see these plays from other teams, you expect to get absolutely nothing out of it. These guys get 6 yards a carry on those type of plays. Brighton does a great job of yards after contact and keeping their legs going. West does a great job of the initial surge. They have a really quick first step. That's what you say in basketball, quick first step. These running backs have quick first step out of the huddle.
Blitz comes in. Hawley in trouble. He avoids the rush for now. Throws out of bounds. Good play by Hawley to get rid of it and not lose any yards. But it is 4th down.
Yeah.
So West will have to punt.
See if Chachi can get another 60-yarder here.
They're still working on Lopati on the sideline down by the track. Boy, West with a lot of adversity in this game. Now they're without their quarterback. We'll see if he can get back in the game. For now, Chachi Pan will punt. With 45 seconds left to play in the quarter, and now a whistle blows.
False start. Oh, they're saying 12 people.
Oops.
Yeah, 12 people.
Dead ball, illegal substitution. Number 31, 5 yards, 4th down.
Too many people on the field there. They're punting anyway, so it's fine. Last time Chachi punted, he punted it 60 yards, got a nice bounce. Let's see if Gus Blake can catch this football.
Whoa, it's high. Pan doesn't have it. Pan's going to have to try to get rid of it.
Punt it.
And he does. What a play by Chachi Pan.
Great punt.
It turns out to be a great punt. It's rolling all the way down to the 35-yard line. That was almost a Brighton touchdown. What was that?
I mean, what did I say? What was my coaching adjustment in the
Let's
first
watch
half?
this again. Can we watch it again? Oh!
What was my coaching adjustment on special teams in the first half? Brighton needs to send a speed guy off the edge for opportunity like that, right? They don't.
That was such a great opportunity for Brighton.
Brighton continues to let their D-line be the rushers, and those guys are just not running back there fast enough. Literally, just substitute one of those guys for a fast guy and make that happen. That would be my coaching adjustment that we talked about in the first half. They could have had a couple times in this game where they could have had advantage. Anytime there's a windy game, you got to be alert for that. Wow.
West wrapping up these running backs after gashing the West defense on that opening series of the second half. It's been pretty tough for Brighton in the run game. West is doing a great job now bringing pressure off the edge. That is going to be the end of the third quarter. No points scored in the third. We enter the fourth quarter, the final 12 minutes of the regular season, with Brighton leading 7-6 over West in this Region 6 championship game. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
You've been told that running is punishment. Let's help you make it your superpower. At Salt Lake Running Company, we're here to help you become a better athlete. From the gym to the track, SLRC offers all student athletes a 10% discount, free rewards, free custom shoe fits, and inserts that fit into athletic shoes and cleats. For 30 years, SLRC's award-winning customer service has helped student athletes find the perfect fit that keeps them training and competing. Shop in-store or online at slrc.com today.
Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West.
Back to the action. Fourth quarter begins. Bo LaFleur gets some of that yardage back. It's going to be third down and long. Keep an eye on the West quarterback situation. Lapati's trying to work on that hand down on the track here. We'll see what happens here when they get the ball back. But right now, Brighton's trying to get a first down on 3rd and 10. Clock running. Brighton with a 7-6 lead. The handoff. Not enough there, and they're going to have to punt. And Brighton's basically just decided they're going to run the ball every time and just try to hold on to the 7-6 lead.
They got a 7-6 lead.
Maybe hope they break one of these.
At the end of the day, you got to have more points than your opponent. And right now they do. As slim as it is, they do.
So you're telling me that if you have more points than the other team at the end, you win the game?
That's normally how it works.
That's all that matters right now. And right now Brighton is up. But their offense has come to a standstill with their situation at quarterback, and they're not comfortable throwing the football downfield right now. Of course, neither team has had any success with that tonight. It has been all about the defenses, all about the run game. The West Panthers only scored the game as a pick six by Chachi Pan, 11-yard touchdown. And for Brighton, their only score of the game came on a Mason Hartel 70-yard run. So Lapati is not going back in the game. So Isaiah Hawley will be at quarterback for West.
Yeah, I'm looking at Lapati on the sideline there, and he just cannot grip the football. He's still working on it. I think he believes he can come back. They got to do something, and hopefully that pain fades away. But right now, he cannot grip the football, so he's not able to push the ball downfield.
Hawley keeps. Hawley going down.
Well, I can understand why this defensive line is so good. Look who their head coach is.
He knows a little bit about that, doesn't he?
He knows a little bit about defensive line.
Caleb Stock with the takedown.
Oh, my gosh. Each one of these guys on this defensive front has made big TFL or sack plays in this football game. Casey Satera has to be extremely proud of this defensive line. They are big. They are strong. They are technically sound as well. They've done a terrific job all night. Wow.
Not happening.
I mean, again, Jackson Nettleton initially stopping that.
Owen Tabarachi was in there as well.
Owen Tabarachi cleans that up. Nettleton right here with the initial stop. Tabarachi cleans it up. That's team defense right there. Great eyes. As we said, technically sound on the defensive front. Nettleton is playing that defensive end position. So when that fly sweep action comes by, he's got to take a look. And as I said, just watch the football. If he hands it off, great. If he doesn't, come back inside.
Hawley's going to run it up the middle. Hawley's got room to run. He's close to the sticks, but a little bit short.
Got some room to punt. Now Chachi. See if he can flip the field. This is a defensive game. Oh, my goodness.
It is. This is all about field position at this point. This is very interesting. So West has lost their starting quarterback, Camden Lapati. Isaiah Hawley, who's a receiver and cornerback, is now playing quarterback for them. Then on the other side,
blocked. Oh my God!
The punt is blocked.
Oh my God!
The punt is blocked. Guess who finally got to it?
Bo Peter LaFleur.
What a night he's having.
They got a little penalty over there.
Yeah, they got a little too excited over there.
But
here's the replay right here.
Bring somebody who can make something happen off the edge, fighting through blocks. This is what they should have been doing the entire time.
LaFleur with the biggest play of the game so far.
Peter LaFleur making plays all over the place on the offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball. He stopped the 2-point conversion. He's doing so many things for this football team. Definitely the MVP of the game today. He is awesome. As you said, he got double teamed on that punt block right there. Oh, this is on West.
It's on West.
Oh, I thought it was on Brighton. It was on their sideline. Oh, my gosh. Huge penalty.
So the snap on punt has been a problem all night long for West. That wasn't even that bad. It just took a hop. Well, but it was just a play. It was just about LaFleur getting up the middle and getting to it.
Even then, so on the very first punt of the game for West, the snap wasn't that bad, but Chachi takes forever to punt it. If you send somebody fast off the edge, you're gonna get there. Great job right there.
Can Brighton take advantage and get in the end zone? LaFleur taken down. This West defense has really tightened things up here in the last 12 minutes of the game.
Brighton has to do an RPO right here. West is going all out on that running game. If you can get your wide receiver on the wide side of the field to line up on the top of the numbers and do a nice slant, that RPO is going to come wide open. Look at that opening right there in between the linebacker and the receiver. It is huge for a nice RPO game right now.
LaFleur.
Got to do RPO.
Fighting for yards. Take it down. The ball might be loose. West thinks the ball is loose. West has it. It's a fumble recovered by West.
How does that happen?
Oh, how the turntables.
Oh, they gotta do an RPO game right now. Oh my gosh, this game is crazy.
So West gets the ball back after the blocked punt 2 plays later. 7:56 left to play. A region championship on the line. West comes out with Hawley at quarterback. Lapati's out. West is on their second string quarterback. Brighton is on their third string quarterback. Satele out to about the 15, maybe 16-yard line. Clock will run. West down 1 point. This is a crucial drive. They may not get the ball back after this drive. This could be their chance. What a wild game this has been. Satele. They're going to keep pushing forward. Moves the chains. That's a first down. Lote Satele. They're going to ride Lote Satele here in the fourth quarter as they try to take the lead.
I mean, it's what's been positive for you all game. You haven't even with Lapati, you haven't been able to throw the football, but Satele's been a strong unit. It's just Brighton's defensive line is just incredible tonight. Oh, wow.
Snap didn't happen.
Snap infraction, 5-yard penalty.
Oh, boy.
1st and 15.
We have a dead ball, snap infraction, number 56. Everybody move to center. 5-yard penalty, still 1.
I love when refs throw little, I guess that's not difficult, but when they say things that's kind of out of the norm, I love it. Like,
I know too, I love it.
That one ref, that he was giving them the business.
He's giving them the business.
If I was a ref, nobody would want to get me on the mic as a ref. I'd have too much fun with it.
That's right. And remember, Sly, every mic is a hot mic. 1st and 15. Satele, nothing there. They picked up a couple, so it's 2nd and 13. Wind is blowing out there, so that is a factor if one of these teams needs to pass, but we haven't seen a pass in a long, long time.
Yeah,
this is old school football.
They're going man coverage here, 55, 2-man.
Holly's going to pass it here.
2-man coverage.
Dumps it short. Oh, he dropped it. He had room to get the first down, and he dropped it. Jackson Tuala had a chance to make a play, could not hold on to it. So it'll be 3rd down and 13 with 5:56 left.
I mean, we did say at the beginning of the quarter, all you got to do is have more points than the opponent. And that's what this is looking like here.
Oh, now a false start. West is
even more.
Dead ball. False start, number 63. 63 offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
What are they going to have to do here?
3rd and 18. You're just going to have to run it up the middle and then punt.
You're not going to be able to run a drop. You did it on the last drive. That was successful. You got to understand they're going to be looking for that. I'd have a rover safety just looking for the draw play right here. I would honestly blitz from distance, right? Because if you blitz up close, you're going to miss it. But if you blitz from defense, you have a chance to see it and blow it up. But that's all they've been able to do.
Holly is going to pass. Rolls to his right.
Keep it
now running. He's going to run. Holly on the loose. Spinning. Holly still running.
Short.
Past the 25. He made it interesting, just short. They're going to have to punt, but that gives the punter a lot more room. But punting has been
atrocious.
An adventure for West tonight. Let's just say that.
But
they're keeping the offense on the field right now.
Because they're like, if I punt it.
They're going for it. And I think that they know what Brighton's doing offensively, and they think, we got enough confidence in our defense that they're going to get a stop. We might as well go for it here.
Until Brighton wants to wise up and throw an RPO.
Okay, here we go. 4th down and 4 from the 26.
See. Region championship on the line here. Let's go.
Holly at quarterback. He's going to throw it. He does throw it. Oh, Chachi! First down, Chachi Pan! Right in midfield. What a play!
Joni does love Chachi. Oh my gosh! How about that? That ball hung up there. The safety was just in Never Land. Did not see it. Chachi does a great job of getting by the defenders. Now hand the ball off and run all the way down the field.
Isaiah loves Chachi for 23 yards, and it keeps the offense on the field. West now with momentum. Blitz comes. Holly's going to run. Following his blockers.
Great job.
Gets about 3 or 4 yards.
That's good. That's good.
Wow, that was crazy.
Good chunk on first down right there, but wow, a 4th down. Huge play right there. Chachi, as we've said, it means a lot to this football team. He is your punter, he's your holder, he's your receiver, he's your safety. He has the pick 6 in this football game. He does everything. So when it's go time, you go to him.
And how about Isaiah Holly coming in here and playing quarterback right now in a tough spot, doing a great job. Holly, blitz comes, he's in trouble. He avoids the rush one time again. Now throws it away, a great job by Holly. He avoided a sack twice. Brighton so close to taking him down 10 yards deep in the backfield.
This defensive line needs a blow. I would almost waste the timeout right here if I was Brighton. Get these guys a little blow, because this is 3rd down and 8. This is huge. If you can get a sack here, I mean, Holly's been making dynamic plays for you, but he's not your traditional quarterback. So if you can give these guys a breather, I mean, you have the lead. I'd take a timeout if I was Brighton. If I was Tara, take a timeout right here. Get your D-line a breather so they can go after this.
Holly, the pass. Catch is made. Tackled quickly. Not much there. Brighton gets a stop.
Gus Blake.
Great job by Blake on the tackle.
Yes.
Catch was made by Vailahi, but he didn't get much.
I was worried about Gus Blake. He missed the tackle on a couple drives ago, but he came up big right there when they needed. That was a big play by Gus Blake coming up right there. Now it's 4th down. Keep bringing the heat. If they don't bring Peter LaFleur on this play, I don't know what's going on. Send him on a blitz right now to get after Holly. Here he comes.
4th and 7. The blitz comes. They pick it up. Holly's got time. Downfield to the end zone.
Great defense. Great defense. Great defense. Oh my gosh, what a great defensive play.
Miles Jensen with the deflection. And Brighton takes over on downs.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Loved it. Great coverage. They had a lot of defenders right there, but even then, this is a good attempt here by Holly. Great throw, but great defense at coming up and knocking the ball down. Even if he tipped it, he was tipping it to his man. Great defensive play right here. You have the lead, 3 minutes to go. Run the football. Give it to Heartbreak Hartel.
Brighton 1st and 10 from their own 47. They run it. Hartel wrapped up, pushes past
Look
midfield.
At that.
It's a good 1st down run. West.
Timeout, West?
No, yes, West will take the timeout. They have 3. That's their first of the second half. So 2 more after this. That stops the clock with 3:10 to play. A 1st down might do it.
I mean, coming into this game, did you think it was going to be 7-6?
No.
And the only reason it's 6 is because you had a special teams gaff by
I also didn't expect Brighton to have to go to their 3rd quarterback. I didn't expect West to have to go to their wide receiver / cornerback as their quarterback. There's just been a lot of unexpecteds tonight, and that's what makes this fun. And these teams are just...
This is playoff atmosphere.
Fighting and clawing and scratching, trying to win a region title. A very physical game. Look, it's 7-6 on the scoreboard. This has been the most enjoyable 7-6 game I've called since we've been doing Game Night Live. This is fun.
Positive.
It's a great game.
Yes.
There's just not a lot of offense, but these teams are playing with their hearts on their sleeve tonight, and it's been fun to watch.
For sure.
2 great teams that are going to be a factor in the 5A state playoffs. But, of course, injuries will factor into their ability to win. We'll get to that
Coming with
after
the blitz.
show.
Coming with the pressure here.
Okay, 3:10 on the clock. It's 2nd down and 6 from the 48.
As we said, Brighton isn't going to do nothing unless they let Farron throw. I think they're going to do a check with me. Let's see what they do here.
Farron's going to hand it off to Hartel, and Hartel pushing forward is very close.
Oh, there's some physicality tonight on that offensive line. Oh my gosh, I believe that's a 1st down.
They call a timeout again.
Yeah, he got a 1st down there.
They got a 1st down.
That was a huge play right there, but look at this. There is some physicality in there. Great job by offensive lineman number 75 right there.
West knows what's coming.
Marshall Huber in that pile. He pulls, which I think may be illegal, but nobody saw it. He pulls Hartel forward past that 1st down marker.
Clock running 2:38. Another 1st down should do it. Hartel, he's met in the backfield, nothing there, and West calls a timeout. 2:34 left. It'll be 2nd and 11. They lost a yard on that run. That is West's 2nd timeout of the second half. They have 1 remaining. A 1st down will clinch victory for Brighton.
Yeah, game's not over yet, but West does not have any timeouts. If they stop them here, 40 seconds will go off the clock. Brighton will probably run it all the way off. They should punt the ball. I don't think they have a leg for a field goal here. Plus, they had a blocked field goal in this one. So West should get the ball back with like 1:15 on the clock. Isaiah Holly he's dynamic. He can make some things happen. But he'll about have about 75 to 80 seconds with the football if they can get a stop here. If they can get a stop on these next 2 downs, force them to punt. Isaiah Holly should get the ball back with about 80 seconds to go. What's the call here?
Something about the play clock?
Something in the end zone.
Oh, there's something in the end zone.
Oh, soccer ball.
How does that happen?
No idea.
What is a soccer ball doing in the end zone with 2:34 left to play?
I mean, it looks a little windy down there.
Yeah, that's a pretty gusty wind to pick up a soccer ball and throw it in the end zone. But here we go, 2:34 to go. 2nd and 11. Hartel! Shoelace tackle, saves a touchdown, but he's got a first down.
And
Brighton can salt away this clock.
That should be the game, folks. Great run right
How
here.
about Brighton? Weston figured this out. They switch it up a little bit, and they just put the ball in the hands of Hartel, who's been their MVP this season, behind that great offensive line. West calls a timeout. Clock stops at 2:18, but you do the math. Brighton can take a knee.
I mean, even then, so they run the football here. Goes down to 140. 1 minute. I mean, it'll be 4th down with like 30 seconds to go. I mean,
with
even
the 40-second play clock, that doesn't do you any good.
No.
They can kneel it out and win.
I mean, that's what I would do. I would take, 3 knees, because even if West gets the ball back after taking 3 knees, it would only be for like 25 to 30 seconds. And the way their offense is gone, you go to prevent. They got no timeouts. You'll be fine. I'd keep it safe right here. You've got somebody's fumbled already in this game. I wouldn't even chance it. I would take my knee right here.
They're going to run it.
Yeah, no timeouts.
Well, we'll see how this ends up. 30 seconds on the play clock takes it down to 1:35. Another snap, another run. Hartel taken down at the 34. Clock continues to run. Clock ticking.
Yeah, just letting this out. 3rd and 14
Minute to
now.
play.
4. Yeah, even take a delay game if you need to. Take a delay game and then go out, kneel it. Another 40 seconds, go off the clock. Take another delay game and then punt it. I'd give West the ball with inside their own 10-yard line with like 8 seconds.
They just have to run another play here. Well, Sly, it was an interesting game.
Hey.
It was wildly entertaining. Not the offensive explosion we thought.
Yeah.
The defenses were amazing tonight on both sides. Crazy, it came down to an extra point.
And yeah, special teams. Yeah, West almost got 2 points on that.
And remember how close they came to getting the 2-point conversion.
Yes.
Bo LaFleur.
Yeah.
Who thought that play would be the difference on the scoreboard? It
Bo
was.
LaFleur. Defensive plays, block punt, ran the ball
high
great.
Snap.
Yeah, why they're not kneeling is beyond me.
You know what's funny, Slies? Remember Hartel a few minutes ago that had that run, the shoestring tackle? They should have let him score. If he goes all the way and scores a touchdown, they'd only be down 8.
I wouldn't let him score. I see what you're saying. That is a strategy, but I'm sure these kids aren't thinking about that. But
right,
this has been a Freaky Friday type game, to where you created turnovers when you didn't think it was going to. They were down here on the 10-yard line running the football, and you created a turnover right there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that past by letting them get points with that. Yeah. Now they punt the football. With the mechanics here, they would punt the football.
Okay, so we're going to get one play with 7.5 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No.
No.
Only if Brighton messes this up, and we've seen freakier things happen. As we said, the wind is blowing a little bit down there, so if they don't get a nice snap on this, because you can't take a knee, right? But are you going to punt it? So if you can get a nice snap, you can hold the ball for a little bit, make the slow mechanics on the punt, I would just go max protection and then have the punter punt it out of bounds. And all the clock will go off the clock right there. I'd go max protection, everybody block everybody, and have the punter run around for a little bit and then punt the football, punt it out of bounds, and the game will be over. That would be my game plan if I was Casey Cetera. 8.5 on the clock. Everybody block everybody. Even if you want to get a holding penalty, get a holding penalty. It doesn't matter. Punter's got to hold the football. Hold it. Hold it. Don't even punt it.
Chachi Pan is back. The kick is going in the end zone with 2 seconds left. The ball comes out to the 20. So West will get one offensive play.
Yeah, they had 2 returners there. If I was Brighton, I would have hailed everybody. Everybody would have got bear hugged at the line of scrimmage. Could have been the most illegal play ever. But we would have did. I would have given no opportunity for a Music City miracle. All right, if I was West, let's make it happen. Lateral your butt off on this.
Oh, here we go. Buckle up for a pitchy woo-woo.
Let's see it. Let's see it. This is going to have some Chachi Pan all about it here.
Brighton's going to call a timeout. Yeah, there's not many plays in the playbook you can draw up with 2 seconds left from your own 20. If Brighton holds on and Olympus wins the Battle of the Rock on Friday against Skyline, we will have a shared region title between West, Brighton, and Olympus. West beat Olympus, Olympus beat Brighton, and Brighton would have beaten West. Region 6 was great this year. A lot of wild games, really good football played in this region. Great coaching. We've seen that tonight. Here we go, 2 seconds left in the regular season. Holly over the middle, catch is made, pitch, Pan throws it, they got a chance!
Go, speed!
They got a chance! Ball still loose, out of bounds.
Oh
what an effort
my
by
gosh!
West, but Brighton will hold on What a dramatic finish.
That was beautifully designed, too.
It really was.
Great angle, great throw on the lateral.
Close to breaking it, going all the way.
This close. Oh, my
big
gosh.
sigh of relief for the bountiful faith.
Guess who made the play? Peter LaFleur made the play again.
What a night for Bo LaFleur.
Game-saving tackle.
Heartbreaking night for West, but this was an awesome effort. Let's take another look.
Amazing design right there. This would have made it, right? You get all the defense to commit on the first throw. Great job right here. Chachi with the great lateral right here.
You got Louis Hamilton out there. You're going to take their chances with that, but again, Bo LaFleur.
That's a guy right there.
Senior night here at home, and man, did he step up tonight for this Brighton team.
I tell you what, he's wearing a great number 2. I like that number 10.
You like that number 10, don't you?
I like that number 10. Great play, great football game. I know it's very hard to score 7 points in 6. Everybody probably say, oh, that game was sloppy. No, folks. You had weather, a little wind. You had some special teams gaffes. You had amazing defense played in this football game tonight. Great job by both of these teams here. This was good football. Hey, playoffs are here, baby. This was playoff atmosphere tonight. Absolutely loved it. Brighton came out 9-1 record this season. Well-deserved. Great football team. Excited to see what they do in the playoffs.
What a game, Sly. That was fun. Wasn't what we expected, and that's okay. We were entertained. Congratulations to Brighton and West on a great regular season. Both have a lot to look forward to in the postseason. Again, the brackets will be revealed on Saturday morning. It's going to be really interesting. Now, for West, Sly, they probably will have to play a first-round game. I don't think they're going to get a bye after tonight's loss. Because of those 4 non-region losses, their RPI has them in the teens right now. They will likely play a home game next week. But what are they going to do at quarterback? I liked what Hawley did tonight. If they got to go with Isaiah Hawley, I think they'd be fine. But
with a week of practice?
No Camden Lapati potentially for that first-round playoff game is something to monitor.
They got 10 days, so that's
do.
Good.
They do.
That's good. But here's the thing. That last play of the game, they need to put that in the regular offense.
That was a nice play.
Pitch to Chachi, lateral throw on the other side of the field. That was good. I like that a lot. That was a very good football game tonight. Both of these teams should be excited, ready for well, this gives West energy, right? They have to look into this and saying, oh my gosh, we know we can play with the best of them. We got to make it happen. We got to come to play each and every night. Nothing is given to us, but there's going to be a lot of motivation going into playoffs. This is definitely a team you could be able to see.
And that team you see right there, the Brighton Bengals, that's a team. They got to figure out what's going on at quarterback.
They can't run the ball
You can't run the football like that and win. You can't do that against Timpview. You can't do that against Orem. They got to figure some things out there. They got to get back to playing vertical passing. But you've got Hartel, who's one of the best running backs in the state. You've got Bo LaFleur on the other side. You've got that defensive line led by Caleb Miller, just outstanding. And that offensive line did work tonight.
Yes.
They win this game tonight because that offensive line was able to exert their will against a very, very strong West Panther front. So Brighton is a team that can win the 5A state championship if they can figure out something at the quarterback position. Let's go to the end zone. We've got a couple of Brighton Bengals. I think, do we have Bo LaFleur first? We got Bo.
It's me, baby.
Bo, how you doing? You got to be feeling pretty good right now.
I'm feeling amazing, sir. I got to be honest.
Well, before we talk about the whole game, you got to take me through that last play there because West almost made a miracle happen.
Oh, my gosh.
But you got the stop your team needed. Take us through that play.
Coach told me to line up on opposite 30. I was like, I've never done that, coach. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to make a play. In my head, I knew I was going to make the play. I knew I was going to make that final play. I knew I had to. I knew I had to make it up for team, but they throw it downfield. They pitch it backwards out of nowhere, and they throw it across the field. The kid wide open. I just bust my ass. I was getting out there. I made the play. Game over. Regional champs, baby. We love to see it.
Love it, love it, love it. Besides that play, you made plays all night. Talk to me about the block punt. You even the 2-point conversion. You saved the 2-point conversion play as well. You played amazing tonight. Talk about this football team, and are you guys ready to go for the playoffs?
Hey, shut up! Hey, shut up! Hey, get out!
Celebrate!
Hey,
I love partying with you, Bo.
Conversion. We were running a field goal. We were running a block play. Everybody was down the line. I was ready to run in, but then they opened it up. They missed the snap. I was running out there. Had to make the play. Had to save the game. I knew it was on the line. I knew it was gonna be a close game.
Awesome.
I knew we had to make a quick play. But on that block punt, sir, I told coach, I was like, let me in there. I know I can block it. I know I can get past those kids. They can't stop me. I had to make the play. I know I had to save the game. I got back there, pushed one kid over, pushed another kid over. I blocked that shit. Easy win.
Bo, one last question for you, Bo. One last question. What does this win do for you guys now as you go to the playoffs?
Man, this win is just one more step into the state championship. This game was just another game. We didn't see it any bigger than it was. We just knew we had to go out there. We knew we had to win. We had to make plays. We had to do our assignments. We thank God for that. We thank God for doing all of our plays, keeping us strong, keeping us healthy. We had to save the game for Alex. Unfortunately, I think he fractured his collarbone. We had to get out there. But Preston stepped up, won us that damn game.
Bo, congratulations on the win. Pass that microphone over to your teammate, Mr. Hartel. Go party with your teammates, man. Congrats. All right, Mason Hartel.
What's up?
1,000-yard season coming in.
Yes, sir.
Your teammates needed you to step up as you have all season long. It wasn't easy out there, though, was it? That West defense was for real.
Yeah, they got a great team, man. They were nice boys, though. They came through. They were hitting me. I was just doing the best I could. I was just doing my thing. So, yeah.
Take us through that 70-yard run, because without that, you guys are feeling much different right now.
Shoot. Well, you know, they gave me the ball. I saw a wide open hole. And I was like, I got to turn on the Jets. So I turned on the Jets. I just went for the touchdown. You know, that's what I do. So, yeah.
Love it, man. Hey, talk about this offensive line. These offensive line, they look terrific up here from the booth. Give me some love to O-Block. Tell me about this offensive line.
Oh, it's the best O-line in the state, man. I love those boys.
Awesome, man. Awesome. You guys are awesome. What are you guys looking forward to in the playoffs?
We're going to keep doing our thing. We're going to keep working, keep the momentum going. We're not going to take days off. Yeah, we're just going to do our thing. That's what I'm thinking. So.
All right, Mason, you guys are going to watch what happens Saturday and get ready to go. Probably get a bye week and get rested up.
Yes, sir.
I know you guys are banged up, but heck of an effort by you guys tonight. That was a great football game you gave us, and good luck in the postseason, Mason.
Hey, but shout out, boss.
There you go. Shout out to the boss.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Mason.
Yes, sir.
The Brighton Bengals, region champs.
Hell yeah.
7-6, the victory. That was fun. Those guys gave us a great post game there. Hey, Brighton, that team should be proud. They did a heck of a night. We got Bo. Was Bo want to talk again? There we go. Great job, guys. All right, what a night for the Brighton Bengals. Both teams pretty impressive tonight. Sly, your final thoughts after this one?
Well, even more so on that interview, LaFleur is definitely the leader of this football team.
Yeah, you can tell, right?
He's got things under control, and he loves it. He brings a lot of energy. How he was describing those plays, put me in. I want to make a play for this team. As Hartlight told in this game, it was going to be a tight game. They knew it from the beginning, and so they laid it all out in the line. This was championship football atmosphere tonight. Absolutely loved it, but this is a grind. Defensive matchup, 7-6 was the score. A lot of defense played in this game. Two very good teams. This got me excited for the playoffs.
Cannot wait to see what these two teams can do in the postseason, and that begins next week. That's a wrap on the regular season. We look forward to our next game. We don't know what that is yet. We're going to find out Saturday morning. And on KSL Sports Live on Sunday, we'll tell you what game we will broadcast in the first round of the state high school playoffs. But it's time for the postseason, baby. On to the playoffs. We can't wait. For Stevenson, Sylvester, and our entire Game Night Live crew, thanks for watching tonight. The Brighton Bengals defeat the West Panthers 7-6 to claim a share of the region state championship. We'll see you next Friday.